So many linked repeaters. It's bound to happen. It's already happened a couple times tonight. So please be patient with us. But without further ado, if you'd like to come in here and chat with us, tell us about what you've been up to radio-wise, come check in with us. Please give me your name and call sign.
This is 5 November Delta Sierra, Rod.
This is KG5UNK, Doug, North Austin.
Hey, Chris, South Austin.
This is Whiskey Zero Taco Cilantro Onion, Andrew in Southwest Austin.
This is
the wonderful Ray, wonderful, helpful, do the call signs and just make sure we got everybody. So we've got AG5SJ. Oh, Ray says he's got him. All right. Well, all right, everybody. Thank you.
says he's got him. Ray exudes confidence. No, I wanted to hear your comment on short times, but this is a really good first round. I actually did some radio playing over we have an extra 3 days off here at my current company. A battery and solar in the 7300 and the Impaz 2.0 was successful this weekend. So that's really all I've got going. AG5SJ back to net.
Hey, it's always good to get some radio time in. The 3 extra days sound nice. You say current company or potentially ending soon. Are you moving around?
I'm going back to Apple actually to do software development.
Well, I hope that's. Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, you're a software engineer, man. So just to follow up on that, but I wanted to throw something out to you there, Micah.
AG5SJ back to net.
Yeah, and Discord is wanting one as well.
Micah did on the 13 colonies. I've got received on my doorstep today a 40-meter sloper from that guy up in Michigan. He had for dessert at lunch, and there's more of them out there. So listen and weep. So that's it for me.
For lunch today with Ashley, and I got a slice of cheesecake to go, and I planned on enjoying it tonight during the net in unison with you and your cookies. And yeah, they're back at work. So hopefully they're still there tomorrow, or it's still there tomorrow. Please give me your name and call sign now.
And I just got Delaware just a second ago, just a few minutes ago. Anyway, so you'll have to let me know how.
Name and call sign, please.
Repeater here before long.
Roger that. KG5.
Raise you a chocolate dipped cone from Dairy Queen. I was a fatty tonight and had to have some ice cream, so take that. Good to hear you on the net, Rod. WZ5BBS.
Much, guys. We're going to move on down the list to Doug, KG5UNK. Sad to hear that your fox hunt experience was not as pleasant as ours, but glad to...
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Megahertz antenna. So over the past week, I printed KG5UNK.
Blue antenna is down, but that sounds like a pretty fun project. I think that's how I
insert the ring and use a little force to straighten out the aluminum ring. And yeah, sure, I can post up a couple. I've got a 1290 or 1200 Curiosity there.
Yeah, 1296. I think I spent 2 hours last night reading up on transverters and watching some YouTube, and locally and getting into it. Maybe we'll need a 1.2 repeater before too long, or a 1.2. But thank you, Doug. I'm gonna ask for any questions or comments for Doug, KG5UNK. If you want to chat with Doug, please give me your name and call sign.
To remind him that it's cut for the...
Doing? Glad to hear you on here. That's actually where I got my calculations from to obviously, so that helped out. I had to make, I think, 4 rings total to cover the majority of the director elements. Anyway, that's
Hey man, you can post a little 3D printed tool as well, especially that. So yeah, if you want to post it in both, I'm sure people would love to see it on both sides. Well, thank you guys for that information. And the comments for Doug. Please give me a name.
You can download it. Just look for OHARC Thursday Night Net. I believe that you are the one that took that antenna down there.
Round of regular check-ins. We're not even in the middle. We had a pretty long, good run.
This week for the 4th of July shutdown for the school district, so been doing a lot of sleep catching up during the day and XYL stuff during the nights and evenings and in between. See something else, and I'd have to go back and get, Lord have mercy, it was, let's see, where's all my, click to clear the search, that's what I want. Italy, Croatia, Hungary, Chile, and Canada. I think. Most of the meters, sideband, upper sideband.
You're out there talking around the world. Sounds like you're making the most of that. If anybody has any comments or questions for
Stuff, and what are you using for an antenna on 20 meters? Jason there, Mike. That's pretty awesome. And I just want to take this opportunity to let everybody know we are definitely climbing in.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good news for all those DX. People looking for DX. I'm sure that it's only kept creeping up based on the trajectory I saw. Any other questions or comments for Mike? Please give me a name and call sign.
KF5 UKF, Steve.
Hey Steve, go ahead.
Meters, KF5 UKF. KF5 UKF.
Easy. One of the things I wanted to mention was, I had to turn my 11-meter radio.
Nothing heard. Thank you so much for checking in, Mike. Glad to hear you.
and I told myself I wasn't going to work any other modes until I got them all in CW, and managed to do that, except I didn't get the bonus station yet. Still looking for him. Picked up a new Heil headset. I think it's a BM17, but it's nice and lightweight, very crispy audio, listening audio. Doesn't give you the full receiving it on the other side. But that's it for me. I hope everyone else is doing well, so let me turn it back over to you, Jeff.
It's always fun to get some new gear. Actually, you just reminded me, I need to send, what's his name, Adam, I can't remember his name, let's see, a message. Adam, N5YH as well. I think he's got the lighter one, like you mentioned. Everybody's getting to enjoy it.
For the double ear, and is it the yellow one?
Hey, Anderson, yeah, it's the double-eared yellow.
You're gonna buy it. That's what you're gonna do. Which radio did you get it for? A newer ICOM?
An Electras as well, without giving any kind of extra phantom voltage for the electrode element.
Okay, cool. Thanks for telling me about that. I've been eyeballing that one for a long time.
Yeah, Anderson, I as well did not get that email and had the same thought of, like, oh man, like, some on-sale Heil gear. I've been keeping my eye on some classifieds for a good mic. Any other questions or comments for Bill?
The other mic for the Kenwood version, I'm curious if it's interchangeable on that set as well.
Yeah, Ray, looking at it, it looks like it's interchangeable.
Because my big go box is an icon, but my little
of his 3D printed loop antenna or loop Yagi tools, and over to the website in5oak.org and joining our Discord server really adds to the experience. There's a whole nother sidebar to the net. Not Garrett's in there with no video, just hanging out, I guess. But anyways, definitely recommend heading over to the Discord if you can. But we're gonna make another call for X. How's it going, Chris?
Going all right. I got a, I guess this in-person meeting, I heard something about Go boxes, so maybe I'll bring my atrocity of a Go box, which also involves some 3D printing and some dremeling to get going. Right now, it's really got my 7300 mounted in it. And I'm kind of on the lookout thinking about buying a motorcycle. I saw in Africa, I saw a Super Tenere for sale that I'm thinking about. Back to net.
All right, Chris, a couple things for you. One, definitely bring your milk crate Go box. You can't not bring that. I am everything other than the milk crate. Africa Twin or Super Tenere, even DR650, I kind of have to scoot to one side for Chris.
Well, thanks for that. I will definitely take you up on that. I will take you up on that for sure. And the Go box the Gator box did sell for Jeffrey. It did sell. So
maybe one day. Any other comments for Chris?
W0TCO.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Stephen F. Austin State Park, Bastrop State Park, and Hill Country State Natural Area in February. March, Hill Country State Natural Area because of a failed search. As well as the elk.
Very impressive. Thanks.
Probably so. If I get one soon enough, I would do that. The parks are getting further.
All right. Any other questions or comments for Chris? Please give me a name and call sign.
KF5 UKF, Steve. The work that you've done in the parks, that's kind of I've always got my Texas Parks Pass every year. And hit a lot of parks, and kind of interested in the parks activation. So
on Discord, there's a Parks on the Air channel, which has been, I don't know, SDW, I think. I just caught him the other day, and Lance, and a lot of people. We're all pretty active on the Parks on the Air. And if you have a Parks Pass, it makes it even.
I hadn't said hi to Chris in
My call sign. And I decided to try to you that I borrowed from Summer Field Day, and I also have
To know, I might have to look and see if that can be changed or not. I would hope so, because Sam, K5JM, definitely talked it up as being I think it was Sam, at least a month. It was good hanging out with you at Field Day, though, and glad to hear you're working on getting that general upgrade. Anybody have comments or questions for...
running the net, and hey Garrett, this is Sam, and I run the Kenwood B71. I've had it for a number of years, and I'm curious, which repeater are you trying to crossband on? Are you using? Some repeaters, and if they let the squelch drop or not, and where the full CTCSS tones are sent. So when someone unkeys, the repeater will immediately drop the.
Garrett must be busy writing down those instructions. Go ahead, Ray. Yeah, if you told him you can take it home, Garrett, put it to use. If you don't have an antenna, definitely. All right, nothing heard. Take note, everybody, though. This net, need to ask for help. Definitely jump in here and don't be afraid to ask. It's a pretty great group of people here. But moving on down the list.
Bikes and bicycles. Y'all are talking about fuel economy, but I keep looking at mountain bikes, and I'm wanting to. I saw these guys going down the hills when I was up in Idaho, and they were going down like a ski slope, and it just blew my mind, and I was like, man, a mountain bike that'd be very helpful. AI5A OK.
Well, I don't think anybody around here is going to discourage you from buying anything. If you decided to get a mountain bike, maybe we can get a mountain biking channel going and we can do radio while we mountain bike. I need a mountain bike more. Garage to you that one's an old titanium light speed.
I hear that. You get a motorcycle.
And some mini
community-based bicycle repairs, and I think they also sell bikes, so if you're looking for a cheap one just to try it out, you could go try that out. I think they're reasonably priced. I've been meaning to go down there
And said, well, in 8 months we'll get you a bike, but we don't have anything to bike.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's called the Yellow Bike Project, and I've never been there, but I've been meaning to go check it out. So if you go there, let me know how it is.
I also have a hybrid bike, which I actually ride a lot more, and this was before COVID times. And the hybrid bike went out 3 or 4 times. So
Frail. I still remember the first mountain bike I got. I got it when I was a kid in like high school.
happy to help, but you can do a lot with these, I would call hybrid bikes. They have a little bit of off-road ability, but they might be more suited to like gravel trails and just, hike and bike kind of stuff. I definitely encourage biking as a good form of exercise.
Yeah, Anderson, you don't want your mountain bike to ride away without you. But any other comments for Anderson, KI5NLK? If so, please give me a name and call sign. Thank you. Ride halfway between here and your house, and we can meet up.
Someone was doing a fox hunt this weekend. I decided I would go ahead and sign myself up. Got a perfectly good fox sitting here, so no reason to let it go to waste. And I'm actually in town this weekend. So there will be a fox hunt this weekend and next weekend. Let's take a breath here. Due to gas prices and everyone wanting to go buy motorcycles, I am going to try to make a smaller map and kind of divvy up the areas so all of Austin kind of gets covered. I'm going to do a northeast one this weekend and a southwest one to coincide with the meeting location for next weekend. So hopefully everyone can get out there and do a little bit of fox hunting. That's about it for radio news, and I'll let it go back to Ned, AC5G.
Oh man, Philip with the doubleheader on the back-to-back weekend. Even if I'm not sure if I can make it to either of them, if I can find some time this weekend, I will definitely put in the effort to go find yours. I've not found one of yours yet. The last one you did, I was also out of town. Your first one, and so hopefully I can make the one this weekend before I'm out of town next weekend. So glad to hear you. Thank you so much for checking in, and again, thank you for dedicating the time and the transmitter to hosting some fox hunts. Rusty, WZ5BBS, how's it going, Mr. WZ?
Hey, Jeffrey, everybody on the net. It's good. I haven't been doing a whole lot of radio because Anderson's less of a slacker in that. Go check out the events. And back to net control.
Still tired when we woke up this morning. Yours, like Ashley said, it wasn't skill, it was just luck. And we got home and I was like, we found that one too easily. It wasn't satisfying, and so
K. So, Rusty Man, how's it going? Hey, I was just curious a while back. Well, this was back in March.
and I don't know if you have any knowledge of what I'm referring to. KG5.
I think that was Kent. Kent is the only one I remember that put up a map of all like the previous foxes. I don't know if that was Ernesto or not, but I vaguely remember a map. I didn't know you could click on it and it would show it to you in Google Maps. So maybe, but no. Does that help you out any?
I've personally saved a couple of them on my map, especially ones I've posted about where I put.
Then I have Ernesto's downtown somewhere. I'm not going to get picky about exact location, but somehow they were added to my Google Maps and they show up every time. And when if I click on them, they take me to N5OAK historical Fox Maps locations.
What happened?
AC5G, back to bed.
Yeah, I don't. Go ahead, Sammy.
I have been in contact with John, and nothing has come up. So we discussed a little stuff, but for the most part, it was I will see you on the 16th of July for the meeting. So I'm going to take that as no.
I appreciate it. Everybody else. N5PXR.
I hope you stick around. We've got 2 more people after Rusty, and hope you check in. I'm going to do a final call for comments and questions for Rusty.
I got a cut.
I got my hold up.
So not to buy the guide. I bought the guide and haven't taken the test. Cool that you ended up with that awesome piece of
thing ever. You just get the thing on your phone, and I think it may have cost a couple bucks to buy the iPhone app, but you get the thing on your phone and you just sit there wherever you're at. You don't have to carry anything with you, but you just open it up and just start going through questions, and it keeps
like books in front of me. But I do have that app
That is free. And
looking forward to that message or that good on you for that. Anybody else have comments for
in that? You're more
hopefully finding an Elmer or like a group project to put one of these antennas together, just because I don't know up from down. But yeah, so
down, and I think we got enough people in the club that a little antenna building party would definitely be a lot of fun. The only
man, you guys are making this meeting sound like so much. All right, moving on down. I've got Mark, NE5P. How's it going this evening, Mark?
One thing I'm starting to focus on, obviously, with the headset I've got here, I made the plunge about a Hi-L Pro 7 headset, which so far I'm liking quite a bit. Looking forward to doing some contesting with that. And
always gear to pick up. I wish I had some good speakers. When I would go over to Ray's, and he's got speakers and soundboards and mic booms and all of that. So there's always more to add to the list. But glad to have you in here tonight. Does anybody have any comments for Mark?
They can get used to hearing it, man.
and man the keyboard during those
for those people that were being patient. Our next 2 check-ins were no traffic. This is the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. My name is Jeffrey. Call sign is KI5. Information for the repeater in simplex.org. That is November 5, Oscar Alpha Kilo.org. You can find on our All-Star page all the information you need to jump in your life, especially if it's ham radio related. The second round of regular check-ins, if you can give me a name and call sign, we'll get you added to the list.
Kilo Foxtrot, Steve in Dripping Springs.
All right, anybody else jumping in on this second time check-ins? Nothing heard. I appreciate you four that were so patient and waited this long to check in. Going to the top of that list, we've got George, K5TR. Good evening, George. How's it going?
K5MVF and the net K5TR. It's going okay, except that it's getting late. I didn't think we'd ever get around to where I could check in again. It's been entertaining though. There's a contest this weekend on the HF bands, 160 through 10, and it's the IARU HF Championship Contest. That starts at 12 Zulu on Saturday and goes until 12 Zulu on Sunday. And in local time, that's 7 a.m. on Saturday morning to 7 a.m. on Sunday morning. 5 MVF and the net K5TR.
George, we always appreciate your contest updates. If you're not careful, Rusty's probably going to try and talk you into doing a contest update at the beginning of the net with the Fox News and but always appreciate you jumping in here with that information and encouraging everybody to get out there and dabble in some contesting. It's always great to hear. Anybody have comments for George, K5TR? If so, please. Anyways, thanks for joining tonight, and good talk to KF. How's it going tonight, Steve?
Going great, Jeffrey. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much for running the net tonight. Everything's been very, very organized, and obviously you've got a big turnout tonight, so great job handling all that. Not a lot going on. I ordered an 817, a Yaesu 817 that I'm going to try and use for some activations, and interested on anybody's comments on solar and battery. LiFePO 4 battery, so I've got that covered. Just curious if anybody has any recommendations. Back to you, Ned.
Ooh, Solar's an interesting one. It's hard to find clear and laid out stuff, especially I'm trying to build stuff bigger than just radio power. I'm trying to do a mobile camper setup. And so it's certainly a lot of information to process. I know that we've got a couple members in here. Definitely Rusty, I know, runs his radios off of solar full time. Mike, K5MWA, runs his radios off solar full time. And there's a couple others that I've definitely seen pull out the solar for field days. Bill and 5SMO's in there. Have questions or comments or feedback for Steve, especially regarding solar stuff?
They're still going 100%, so I can personally vouch for those.
Rusty, I'm looking at it right now and got your links on here. Thank you so much for the advice. Appreciate it. Back to that.
Not just sitting in pieces in the garage. I'll be sure to tag you whenever I post some updates, but that's a project on down the list. I got to stop by a mini bike in order to get to the
issues and kind of getting anxious. I was really getting into the Fox hunt. Just recently I threw together a 6-meter dipole, and because I'd never heard anything on there, and so I did some FT8 contacts, and I was actually kind of surprised at the distances that you can cover in that band, although I don't think I've actually...
It's currently set up as a vertical, but it's kind of like a feed line antenna. I don't know the correct name for it, or a coax antenna, where I've stripped on, it turns on. And so it's pretty cool, and glad to hear you're still able to put some antenna together and make some radio contacts. Anybody have comments or questions for N5LX? Please give me a name and call sign.
First of all, hello to you two, and secondly, I'll just check out Rick and the guys on Monday nights, man.
But yeah, any other comments or questions for Skylar?
KI5PZN, the Public Fox. Hey man, thanks for running the net. It's been a fun, entertaining net. I've been listening since you started good stuff. Do some fox hunting this weekend. Let's hope for the best, but that's on the plan. Let's see. And Doug, I didn't do that map thing. I'll blame the aliens, but no, I didn't do that one. That's about it, man.
Well, glad to hear things. I haven't since the first one. And even on the first one, I checked in basically at the end. I need to put in some extra effort to get in there because either A, I end up being busy or pretty tired. But your weekend rundown or weekend wind down, I can't remember if it's rundown or wind down, net
on the University Link repeater system, but then as we started, the net also been heard through the Oak Hill repeater system. It's every Sunday at 7:30. It's been fun. You know, we had some nights where we closed down by 9. I think it was the second time around that we ran it entire.
And yeah, the running long. I know for a while you guys are trying to end before the Austin swap net, but you know, people are out here on the radio.
First of all, sorry I haven't made it for the Sunday night net, but I will be there eventually. And glad to hear it's going well. But I just wanted to throw a shout out to Ernesto, but about an hour ago, the Super Bowl lit up, and 11 meters came alive for about 20 minutes, so it's working. Thanks again, man.
Like everything else, goes ups and downs, but yeah, net control.
Yeah, Ray, that radio is on my list. It seems like a pretty slick setup. Ernesto sent me the videos on how to modify it as well. Maybe I'll go pick one of those up before too long. Comments or questions for Ernesto? We got all those.
But I'm looking forward to getting mine. And all you got to do is sign up and run 10 nets, and you too can have a hat. I post channel, but man, I just wanted to say thanks for always being a team player, cool in ham radio.
So, yeah, dude, my pleasure. It's been fun. Help with stuff with the club. Back to net control. AI5A AllStarLink.
Comments for Ernesto.
N5TXR.
Speaking of him, what's up, Sammy?
Sorry, is that what y'all were talking about?
Hey, Sammy, good to hear from you. Yes, we're still talking about that Miresto thing. It's just catchy. No, I have a huge note on my. Thanks for asking.
Change your start time. Maybe that wouldn't throw too many people off. And this first I heard about the hats. I wonder if I qualify for one. N5TXR, back to that.
Yes, sir. I think all of the OG net controllers get one already. Yes, sir. You'll be getting one. Back to net control.
Anybody else want to chat with Ernesto before we do another round of check-ins?
N5TXR.
Check in on the third round. Please give me a would have bumped. Yeah, I'd love to.
Indeed. So that's good news. Gonna let it drop. I am DMing with him right now. I have a lot of really great old test equipment, some stuff that is a lot of fun to tinker with, and especially free. Guys, go check out the SwapNet channel and come pick up some of the stuff. It's a 12 and 10 meter radio stock. It comes with a modification where it will do 11 meters as well, so it's a good all-around 10, 11, and 12 meter rig. I don't remember what the power. It's very intuitive, got a lot of functions, and a really broad. Go check out the President Lincoln too. It's a cool rig, and I'm looking forward to chatting with. I know MPJ's got one, KB5 MPJ Jason's got one. I know Ernesto's got one, so I'm looking forward to hanging out with them on a little bit of Channel 36 sideband. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. Back to net. Jeffrey, thanks so much.
Stuff. But there's also there's other tower stuff that we're doing. A little bit further back in SwapNet, there were some radios posted for sale as well. If I am willing to, despite what Ray might think, based on how many radios I dumped on his, or how much test equipment I dumped in his garage this weekend. So if you are interested in buying some radios from Miss Linda, again, her, I believe, husband, I'll help out their estate. It's also an opportunity for any questions or comments. Please give me your name and call sign now.
KI5UKF, Steve.
Go ahead, Steve.
Hey, Ray, thank you so much. We could always use an extra hand. In fact, we plan to, there's two towers, they're both about 40 feet tall, and we plan to cut them at the base and lay them down. So I think Jeffrey's going to pick me up at 8 a.m. on Saturday. It's in Ray. Want to come help? We definitely would appreciate that. You could just DM me on Discord or reach out to me at ray@k5bzi.com, and I'll give you more details. Sounds good, Ray. I'll do that. Do you guys need any other tools like angle grinders or anything like that as far as cutting up those towers? So I think Jeffrey has the angle grinder we need to cut them off down at the base. I heavily applied some PB blaster to the sections, the bolts. So once we have them horizontal, I think taking them apart is going to be pretty easy. And it looks like both of them may be sold. So we're going to try to take as good care of them as we can. But yeah, it's always good cause to help out a YL there. And she's looking to get the claimed already. Just let me know what you're interested in. And when you come to pieces, parts, cables, jumpers, power cables, things like that, and you're free to go digging through those boxes while you're here. So by all means, let me know. K5BZI, back to net.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure no less than 80 pounds that was just full of connectors, and they were PL259 connectors, type-in connectors, elbows, etc. Plenty of it. So if you're looking for that one weird part, definitely worth stopping by Ray's looking for it. It's also kind of nice just to go see some of that gear. It's pretty cool stuff to look at. As far as tools for the tower removal goes, Steve, like Ray said, I've got everything I think we need, but if you show up and we've got two of some tool, it ain't going to hurt. They'll invest a message and we can give you the details. Any more questions or comments for Ray, K5BZI?
And with a very simple modification, it'll do 11 meters, and it has a key. President Lincoln 2, check it out. Great rig.
Nothing heard, so we're going to go over and chat with Sammy, N5TXR. How's it going, sir? Glad to hear you in here. And officially checked into the net.
Well, it's my pleasure, Jeffrey. And you're doing very well. So you can put that in your pipe and smoke it, as they say. I'm sitting on the front porch with my little HT. I hope I'm still getting in. So, just wanted to throw out a couple of reminders. Let me unkey and see what's going on. I try to encourage folks, anybody that has an inkling for positions on our board, the club is going. So I encourage anybody that has any of that aspiration to please jump forward at the meeting, and hopefully I can be there. And we'll see. I'm on my second quarantine in about a.
Yeah, thanks for that extra encouragement to everybody, Sammy. I'm curious, how long did you serve as president of the club? I don't actually know. You were the president when I joined, and then you.
And we had a couple good ones. And I forgot to say, the only thing needs to be a requirement for running for one of the board officers is being a member for a year. That's about the only requirement. We should put in there to be sane, but you know, we didn't want to put that in the bylaws.
If so, please give me name and call sign.
Yeah. Well, you know, you got to tough these things out.
Yeah, it's just the second time, and you know, less than a month's time that I was exposed. And the last time was at my sister-in-law's house, and after I left that day, after spending about an hour there.
That the N5A know to implement that, and how many radio information about as well. So thanks, y'all, and I just want to say, you know, thanks to that gentleman for informing.
Get crossband to crossband, Kenwood to Kenwood, and also make sure to not hit those timeouts when we're talking.
K5MWA, well, while you guys were all pontificating and carrying on through the net, I was trying to work the 13, and I found...
Yes, you get. I know you keep it running in the background even when you are talking to us. And I know that a couple times on Southside Simplex you've backup net control. I'm gonna call this net. Oh, got a message.
Out loud. K5PCI.
All right. Good night, everybody. I'll see. I'm sure most of you tomorrow on trivia.
That's all about. WZ5BBS runs that trivia net tomorrow at 9, so that's exciting.
Yes, sir. We got new nets, though, man. Sunday night net.
Hey, also speaking of nets, I think I only heard like 2 people on Southside Simplex this week. It felt extra dead.
That's because net control's not doing the job, man. Nobody knows what our nets are.
Yeah, nobody knows about Tuesday night,
No, man, it's only been going on for a couple of years. Nobody does.
By the way, I would have been there, but it was...
What do you too, man?
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
I don't think I need Calf. I've been okay. All right, I'm going to catch y'all later. Good night, Jeff. If you're still around, you probably already passed out.
Take it easy, Ray.
Somebody return the amateur frequency back to normal use so I can start talking on this thing. AC5G.
Your frequency has been returned to regular amateur use.
I now,
as you wish.
As honorary most valuable net control operator, I now return this regular frequency over to amateur use? No, that's not how it said. I now...
That's alright, I messed up the joke in the exact same part there. AC5G.
Good night, Uncle Zed.
Hi, John boy.
WZ, good night, my friend.
Good night, Ray.
You know, they say Rusty started a cover band back in the 80s. They called it Zed Leppelin, but it didn't fly.
Is there a category that shows average score? So it would be a lot more.
Look on the player rankings page, 2,000 points, but his ranking points are like 1,800 or something like that. So that's the average out of all the game. That's what his average points are.
It's called ranking points.
Yes, sir, and that's what the player rankings are done by, is the ranking points, not the total points. Night, Sammy. We'll see you later.